Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'd just like to just talk a little bit before we get on to talk about the Grand Prix, just talk about the category in general. And I think it's the first awards of the week, promo and activation, but I actually think it's one of the most exciting. The kind of work we're seeing across all different kind of disciplines in promo activation, I think, is some of the most interesting stuff we're going to see at Cannes this year. I'd have money on some of the work that we award tonight, going all the way through to the end of the week, to the titanium and integrated campaigns. We've gone through 2,700, just some stats, 2,700 entries. They're all videos. We've sat down and watched them all. We've discussed them. The thing I think that's blown us away, I've judged different categories in the past, we're really looking at such a diverse selection of work. It's quite mind-blowing. If you are just judging radio, just judging television, just judging print, you really are, you can focus on one, on one medium, and it's kind of like, it's quite relaxing in a way. But we were jumping across stuff. We saw some extraordinary stuff. We saw an amazing annual report that activated people in an incredible way. It's for a solar power company, and the only way you could actually make it work was to take it out into the sunshine, and then the ink reveals itself and the messages reveal itself. And an annual report, it's got to be one of the dullest things, dullest brief lands on anybody's kind of table. It was a beautiful piece of work. And then we were jumping across from simple stuff like that to really complicated, really multimedia, really immersive campaigns that are going, taking the gaming culture right into and holding on to consumers for weeks whilst they kind of work their way through and get involved with campaigns. So I might just quickly talk about the Grand Prix before we play it. You've all got a list now, so you know what it is. I don't know how familiar you are with it. But it is, we're awarding the Grand Prix this year to Small Business Saturday for American Express, Amex. And sort of why do we choose it? There's a lot of great work there. But it was an idea that I think grew during the week. The more we talked about it, the more we fell in love with it. And it was an idea that was so big it actually started to transcend, the mediums and stuff and the categories and the things that promotional schedules that we all work to. Because generally I think we create a campaign, you expect that campaign, the client expects that campaign to, to work during the period of that campaign. A few campaigns, have a long sort of tail and they kind of go on and keep on working. And that's great value for money, and that's fantastic. So we're always trying to achieve that. This particular idea has embedded something in society that's become a permanent fixture on the calendar in that country. Endorsed by the government, set by the government, this is a national day. And whether the brand carries on supporting it, that idea is going to carry on forever until somebody in Congress or wherever changes the rules and creates a different law. So it's an idea that grew out of a promotion, became so successful, escalated until it went beyond its kind of initial conception, and ultimately this year, it started a year ago. This year became something that is embedded into the American kind of constitution or way of life. So they got a national day. So it's a fantastic piece of work. And I think I'll be speaking for all the jury here that we all kind of got together right at the end and identified that as a fantastic piece of work. But in the end, I think it was the scale and the achievement of the American Express campaign that eclipsed the others, and I think we all saw that ultimately. It was an idea that was going to endure, and I think one of the things someone on the jury said was, they said they can't imagine any brands not wanting to have a day sort of named in their honour forever. So, it's pretty epic.